In other words, it's directly connected to the search for external happiness. You know, I gotta eat, I gotta sleep, I need to satisfy this sense, the other sense, the tongue, the belly, the genitals, the ears, nose. You know, keep searching on the outside. And basically we turn into animals to one or the other degree. In other words, very unsophisticated. There are actually many animals that are much more sophisticated in some ways. But anyways, okay. Now the thing about the internal happiness, internal satisfaction, it's always available and it never depletes. It's always available, never depletes, and you don't have to. It's not like there's a limited seats on a bus, you know. So we gotta find who's gonna get in there first. No problem. It's available to everyone, to whatever degree you want it. Now, what is it? Here's one more question for you. Last one. What is it that prevents us from turning around, turning inward? What is it that prevents us? Has anyone even tried? Yes.
You're afraid of what you might see.
You're afraid? Oh.
Afraid.
Yeah. Yeah. That means if someone feels this fear, that means one is not a seeker. You know, if you don't have the not more guts, yeah. If you don't, I got some guts. If you don't have the guts, yeah. If you don't have that, if you don't have the guts to search for the truth and then face it, then you're not a seeker. You're not a seeker. Then I mean, you can't expect much. What else? Has anyone tried? Yes. We had a hand.
We need to turn off the TV.
Can you say that again?
We need to turn off the television.
Okay, but give us a principle. Details are cool, but what's the principle? Because principle can be applied on numerous details. Where a detail, we're stuck with just one detail.
People are so distracted by outer things, all the glitter, all the...
Very cool.
Yeah, everything.
Distraction by the external allurements. And this is especially so in modern days, ever since the society got industrialized. Society wasn't always industrialized. And therefore newer generations may not even know what the heck am I talking about here. They're so trained from the age 0 to be consumer units. And to just consume. And that this is normal. It's not normal. It just basically turns society into a society of cats and dogs. To one or the other degree. It's really sad, you know. But we never even thought of an alternative, that perhaps there's anything else besides, you know, mad dash for, you know, external acquisition. So I would add, the other one is education. It's education. I mean, where do we get education about internal happiness? They taught you this in school, yeah, right. They used to. It's commonly taught in places of education. But that's what education's meant. I mean, to find the truth, not to just entertain yourself, you know, before you croak. I mean, it's like really not awfully too smart. So there's a lack of education. Anything else? Attachment. Detachment. What did you say? Attachment. Yeah. Attachment. We become it. What's the nature of attachment? Okay, I'll end there because I want to finish this. What's the nature of attachment? And what is it characterized by? Huh?
I want to give it up.
Don't want to give it up? Okay, what else?
Selfishness.
Selfish? It's selfish. What else? Manipulative? Very good.
Addiction.
Fear of the absence of.
Fear of the absence of. Woo! Fear makes one very unsophisticated, yeah.
It makes you act contrary to what you really want to do.
Say that again?
It makes you act contrary to what you really want to do.
Makes you act contrary to what you want to do. What else? Anyone else?
Grasping.
Grasping, okay. How about just plain ignorance? In other words, you attach to it and you don't even have a freaking explanation why. You know, like whether it makes sense or not, who gives a darn, you know? You just want to do it. Why do you want to do it? Have you ever deliberated? Why do you do things you do? Do they even make any sense? It's utter ignorance. So, what to do? Well, I jotted down 3 solutions. Number 1, that we need to get ourselves educated. Society isn't doing it. Society is educating you in the matter of ignorance. Places of education where spiritual teacher called primarily slaughterhouses, because you get there and you just get butchered. You know, you learn to fear, you learn to, you know, join the mad dash for external acquisition. I mean, some of the things you learn are definitely wonderful things. I don't mean to trash the whole thing, but, you know, along with it, you drink a good cup of poison too. So that's why I called these kind of institutions slaughterhouses. So we need to take initiative and educate ourselves. Information is available. I mean, that's why I publish a newspaper. There's a newspaper here. It's a free publication. You're free to grab it. It's on the speaker. There's so many things you can educate yourself. Take initiative. Why remain in just ignorance, doing things without explanation? What else? Anyone would like to add something? Actually, it's better if you say. What do you think? Personally, or maybe even collectively?
I think sometimes attachment to anything, whatever it is, it's sort of the heart not knowing what it really wants, and that core of wanting love in whatever form that is, and then filling it with an attachment to anything, a thought,
Good
a
point.
substance.
But what to do? Now we're at the end, solution. So the first one is education. I threw that in. We have a hand here?
Yeah. What you could do
Yeah.
is to face it.
Face it, all right.
To just face the fear.
Mm-hmm.
Face what's there. Look in the mirror.
Cool, very cool.
It's very simple. Because life is
All right.
simple.
Yeah. Did we have a hand here? Someone? Did you say something? No.
Maybe I'm wrong, but
Throw it out there. I mean, whatever.
I'm just thinking that you consume the things, right? The solution is you lead the life full materialistic.
Mm-hmm.
You experience it.
Mm-hmm.
Have cars, have this, have that,
Mm-hmm.
and then your internal self will actually one day talk to you that the fun is not actually coming out of it.
But eventually everyone learns. I mean, eventually, maybe not in this lifetime, in one lifetime we'll get it. You know, that's what the life is all about. You know, eventually you get it. You know, but, you know, why wait so long? You know, so that's why first thing I thought is education. That one should educate oneself. Then the second thing is to hang out with those who are looking inward. Hang out with those. I mean, what do you think? You know,
Attraction. You are what you attract.
Correct.
So if you
Yeah.
hang out with others,
That's the culture you're going to nurture. You know, that's the culture you're going to nurture. So hang out with people, you know, who are so inclined to go internally. That's the very purpose and function of this lounge. You know, to provide, you know, a place where people can, unfortunately, only once a week, you know, come and, you know, meet other individuals who are perhaps interested in the path inward. And then the third thing is an authentic spiritual practice. An authentic spiritual practice. Because when you apply yourself to an authentic, regular spiritual practice, you're going to have this realization. It's not going to just be a mental or intellectual construction, you know. It's going to be a real, genuine experience, you know, of the internal happiness. Then what does